Coming up, ChatGPT, an invaluable tool, or is it rotting our brains? Students sound off on AI in our recent survey. Also, students fight back, a look at the Latinx Club's march to make SUNY New Paltz a sanctuary campus.
And the infamous green containers, how one chain has driven campus into chaos. All that and more on tonight's show. I'm Gavin Bowers.
And I'm Erica Affronti. And you're watching from a Hawk's Eye View. The Trump administration is ramping up immigration enforcement, challenging birthright citizenship and increasing deportation priorities. These policies raise concerns about ICE actions near college campuses. At Columbia University, two students, Muhammad Khalil, a Palestinian activist, and Yuso Chung, a South Korean activist, both green card holders, were detained by ICE, with Chung now fighting deportation proceedings in court. In response, the SUNY New Paltz Latinx Club is taking a stand.
That's right, Erica. On March 26th, the club organized a march to make SUNY New Paltz a sanctuary campus. In an Instagram post, the group outlined its demands. They want a commitment from Paltz University police to bar ICE from campus without a signed warrant, an official designation of SUNY New Paltz as a sanctuary campus, and offer more Know Your Rights workshops with safe spaces for immigrants. Students gathered outside the Humanities Building and marched with signs and chants around campus, ending at the old main quad.
It's wild how we're still fighting for basic human decency, yet we can AI generate almost anything, from emails, cover letters, to essays. Not that we know anything about that.
Of course not.
Right. Speaking of ChatGPT, is it making us dumber? From a Hawk's Eye View's Joe takes to the campus to ask students how they really feel about AI.
Thank you, Erica. Today we are outside of Wooster Hall getting students' thoughts on AI. Let us commence forth. How do you guys feel about ChatGPT?
Fuck that.
Why?
Because they suck.
Because we study English.
Have your own ideas.
Yeah. It's weird and I don't like it.
I use it a lot.
I mean, I feel like people shouldn't use it because it also messes with water, and also it's cheating.
It's pretty bad for the environment. I use it for class sometimes. Not all the time though. I don't cheat.
Are we sure about that?
100% positive.
We are not sure about that.
Kind of.
I love it and hate
I love it.
How often do you guys use it?
I use it every
like
Wednesday.
Yeah, like every
That's
other
what my
day.
chem homework is due.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Why is that?
It's not good for the environment.
Yeah.
It makes a lot more sense for an employer to take an AI who could do like 2 people's jobs over 2 people. So,
Guys, we're cooked! How do you feel about ChatGPT?
I don't like it.
Why?
Because I think it's bad for the environment.
Why?
Because it uses a lot of water to cool down the machines.
How?
I don't know how that works, but
Why?
I don't know.
Ah!
I think it's really bad for creatives, and I think that it's going to cause a lot of disruption in the media industry in particular, from everything from video to writing to photo software. I think it's going to be very disruptive for a lot of jobs. I know that also, certain forms of AI and robots are going to disrupt a lot of other industries too. So overall, I don't think it's good for the human race, but I think it could create a lot of good in the right hands.
Do you still use it though?
Yes, for homework.
Whoa. Now that all the SUNY New Paltz students are back in their classes, we have learned that ChatGPT sucks and we're running out of water. Back to you, Erica.
Thanks, Joe. Whether AI will destroy us or not, one thing that's always important to society is music. On March 27th, St. Andrew's Episcopal Church hosted a rare-seated showcase for 4 student bands.
Rare indeed. St. Andrews, known as Doors at 7, is a sober space that encourages students to experience the power of music as a creative outlet. And this showcase really highlights that. Let's hear what some of the audience members and performers had to say about the event.
It's just a great way to connect, and I think that's extremely important for anybody, but especially young people, people in school.
Campus life, when you go to college, it can be so isolating, and if you all have a place to convene and watch music together and listen to music together, people who are away from their homes for the first time or away from their safe places are able to come together, and there's more of a sense of community around that. So that
Absolutely.
Can be really
Again, I think it comes back to community.
Yeah. We got asked to play this little unplugged set at the church, and it's a super safe and cozy environment.
Student discount.
Student discounts.
Which is sick.
Yeah.
it makes it accessible for everyone. Like, it's all ages, and since it's a dry space, like, people aren't under the influence. It makes it more like safe for everyone.
It seems very inclusive, and that's really nice when you go to shows where it's like everyone gets to be who they are, and so to come together with a community in a place that really like helps that prosper, and such a beautiful place with great lighting and acoustics. It's really nice to be able to have access to something like that.
We all know New Paltz is all about being green, from composting campus food waste, swapping plastic straws for corn-based ones, to launching the Waste Watch Rescue program to cut down on single-use waste. But have they gone too far? For years, students would take one container out at a time using a reuse token. But ever since fall 2024, the containers were given to everybody. The catch? If you want a single-use paper container, it'll cost you an extra $5. This ultimately increases the use of green containers, and let's just say students are not thrilled. With more on the green container controversy, here's Joe.
Thank you, Erica. I'm Joey, and today we're at the Student Union Building, one of the only 3 places you can return the Aussie Green containers. We're going to be talking to students about their views and opinions on the new system. Let's go. Whoa, hey students, how do we feel about the green containers?
Stinky.
How do we feel about the $5 charge?
I don't like it very much. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Totally absurd. I would be in a suite and they would have like a stack of dirty containers and I would just like it needs to get away from me.
Stack is crazy because I'm telling you, I have a Tops bag. I walk in here, head down, hoodie up, bro. 10 containers piled up. That's at least worth like, a nice like $50 like right there.
I think they're okay. I'm not a huge fan of them, but like they're chill.
Do you think they're aesthetically pleasing?
I wish they were blue. That could be good.
What's your guys' opinion on the green containers?
I think that they're overly dirty and not overly washed, and I think that they put too much stress on the employees.
I think that the regulation of them can definitely be worked on, and I feel like because there's so many, sometimes the fees pile up even when you return the container, which is a bit frustrating.
You heard it here first, folks. Everyone hates the green containers? SUNY New Paltz, what's your next step? Back to you, Erica.
Thank you, Joe. What started as a small Snapchat group 2 years ago has grown into a thriving community of more than 70 GroupMe members and amassed more than 200 followers on Instagram. The unofficial New Paltz Skate Club has become a hub for skaters on campus. Now they're expanding their reach by incorporating live music into their events.
Although the club primarily meets outside the lecture hall, they are not yet an official school club, so they do not get funding. If they did, members say they'd invest in ramps. Thanks to Miles, aka the skate professor, who makes his own ramps, the club has something to practice on. Let's head over to their April Fool's Skate Jam, where Sophie has the scoop.
I think that the skating scene is huge here, so it's definitely important for people to have an outlet where they can, skate and do whatever. So
Again, I think it's less about skate club or having a skate club and more just about having a community in general. I think the fact that we're building that is a very, very special thing, and to see it really in full swing tonight it makes me proud. It really does.
It was energetic,
Jumping.
chaotic,
right.
A lot of jumping, a lot of feet off the air. It was tight-knit. It felt like, everybody knew each other. And I don't go here, so it was a really great sort of like community experience. I really felt...
It felt very collective.
Very collective, very including.
It wasn't...
It was good. Love you guys. Love you.
This is like the most important thing for skaters on campus. Like honestly, like just having an event where everybody can come at the same time to one thing where everybody can hang out and meet each other versus just like scattered how it normally is. It's like awesome. It brings a real sense of community to New Paltz Skate Club. Yeah.
Looks like everyone had a really good time.
Wow, I sure wish I was there.
Me too. It looked totally rad.
The live music and everything, I can't
Perfect.
believe it's a blast.
Yeah, so here we are. That's all we have, folks. Till next time, I'm Erica Affronti.
And I'm Gavin Bowers.
And this is From a Hawk's Eye View.